Alright, so today I want to talk about the backstory of these three guys. Because, if you don't know, I like Pokemon a lot. I have a lot of the series on DVDs, from Indigo League to Sinnoh League Victors, a ton of the movies. I got plushies, shirts, manga, storybooks, figures, just anything Pokemon I get, if I can afford it. But moving on, even the cards. So I wanted to talk about these three because I like Team Rocket a lot. James is one of my favorite characters in Pokemon, as well as just anime in general. He's one of my favorite characters. I also have a Team Rocket belt I like a lot. So in order to understand Team Rocket, we're going to start with James. James was born wealthy. He had rich parents, and he had a little Growlithe he named Growly. I think it was Growly. Anyways, so he was born rich, but since he was born rich and his parents more or less gave him a lot of pressure to act rich and a lot of pressure on how he should act, and they tried to get him to marry, I think, Jessifina or something like that, but she looked a lot like Jessie, but that's beside the point. So they want him to marry this girl. They want to force him to marry this girl. They want to pressure him into living the life the way they want him to live his life. They put so much pressure on him that when he was a kid, he ran away because he could not stand the pressure, and he wanted to be free, and he wanted more freedom. So he ran away from that wealthy lifestyle. He ran away from all the money, away from his parents and the way they pressured him, away from the person that they tried to get him to marry because he did not like that girl that they were trying to get him to be married to. And that is his backstory and why he joined Team Rocket. Is he just wanted freedom. He just wanted to get away from all that pressure. He wanted to just live his life the way he wanted to live his life. Then you got Meowth. Meowth was a stray Meowth. He lived on the streets, and he started to learn English and walk upright like an actual person because he's seen this Meowth that was a female Meowth that was actually owned by this really wealthy person. And the Meowth had really high standards. And so Meowth wanted to impress this girl Meowth by talking like a person because she liked people. He wanted to walk like a person, and that is why he talks like a person and why he walks like a person. Because he wanted to impress this female Meowth. The female Meowth just didn't like him anyways, so now he's just a normal Meowth that can speak and walk like a person without even winning the girl's heart. And that's his backstory. He was a street Meowth that started to just change because he wanted to impress this girl and ended up not impressing her and joining Team Rocket because Jessie and James gave him a place to be, a place to stay, and gave him kind of like a family little vibe going on. So now we can go on to Jessie. Jessie's mom was a high-ranking member of Team Rocket, but before joining Team Rocket, Jessie actually wanted to become a nurse, but she couldn't go to regular nurse school, so she went to a nurse school for Chansey. I don't believe she passed, though. If she did, let me know down in the comments below and correct me. Moving on. She then joined a biker gang, or bike gang, before joining Team Rocket. And that's kind of her backstory. And that's all you need to know about Team Rocket. I might have left some stuff out, but this is just kind of an introduction of their backstories before Team Rocket. He was a rich little kid that had a lot of pressure. He was a street Meowth that wanted to impress a lady Meowth, and she wanted to become a nurse but was unable to become a nurse. And that's their backstory. And I think they have one of the best backstories of Pokemon. And the only one with a better backstory is Mewtwo and Mr. Fuji, or Fuji I believe he is, the one that cloned Mewtwo, because I made a video about this. I'll link down in the description about Amber 2. But the only backstories I like more than these three is Mewtwo and Mr. Fuji, because the only reason he decided to clone Mewtwo was because his daughter died, and so he tried to clone Amber too, so he could get his daughter back because he was very distraught over losing his daughter. But to be able to do that, he had to get the finances and equipment, so you had to clone Mewtwo in order to get the finances and equipment, but Mewtwo was the only clone that survived. And that's kind of their backstory. If you want to know more, I have the video about it down in the comments below that you can watch. But those are the backstories that I like a lot about Pokemon. Pokemon is a lot more than I feel like a lot of people realize. And I'm just a big fan of Pokemon. I can watch it all day. But that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to subscribe down below and become one of my first subscribers. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.